Giving feedback is meant to help. Yet across cultures, it often does the opposite, offending where it meant to guide, or floating past with polite nods and no change at all. The words don't fail. The logic does. In one country, clear feedback proves respect. In another, it risks humiliation. And in global teams, those two truths can sit in the same room, silently cancelling each other out. In the MC3 method, we map feedback along a cultural spectrum: direct, indirect, and diplomatic sandwich styles. None is right or wrong, they each serve different social contracts. 1. Direct cultures: Germany, Netherlands, Scandinavia. Feedback equals honesty. Criticism is a sign of commitment: I care enough to help you improve. The message is often short, factual, and immediate. Tone isn't meant to soothe, accuracy is kindness. 2. Indirect cultures: Japan, much of Asia, parts of the Middle East. Feedback is folded into context. Saving face matters more than the feedback itself. It arrives through suggestion, hint, or story. The listener's task is to read between lines, not beneath dignity. 3. Sandwich cultures: US, UK, Latin Europe. Positivity cushions critique: good news, bad news, encouragement. It manages emotion as much as performance. When done poorly, it confuses everyone. When done well, it protects both trust and truth. Why feedback fails? Most global teams default to English, assuming shared language means shared logic. But feedback isn't data transfer, it's relationship management. When style doesn't match expectation, the message dies mid-air. I once coached a manager who began every call with "I'll be brutally honest." He meant efficient and transparent. His team heard arrogant and unsafe. The moment he replaced "brutally" with "openly," cooperation returned. One word changed the culture of a team. How to make feedback land. Here's how MC3 teaches leaders to build bridges instead of bruises. Check intent, not just content. Before you speak, ask yourself, what do I want this person to feel? Safe? Clear? Respected? Start there. Translate impact. Explain why the point matters, not just what they did wrong. Feedback travels faster when meaning is shared. Mirror their logic. If you're direct, soften tone with empathy. If you're indirect, name intent to avoid confusion. The goal isn't to copy their style, it's to meet halfway. A 5-minute feedback audit. Try this exercise before your next review. Recall a recent feedback moment that didn't land. Ask, was the barrier language, logic, or emotion? Rephrase your message 3 ways: 1 direct, 1 indirect, 1 balanced. Notice which version sounds most respectful and clear. Use that voice in your next conversation. Feedback doesn't fail because people are sensitive. It fails because we forget that words are local, even when we meet globally. When leaders master feedback across borders, they don't just improve performance. They build trust that survives translation. That's the essence of the MC3 method: communication that connects before it corrects.